Hey everybody, it's Polaris. Universe has been definitely hitting me with some messages and helping me trying to grow recently, and I feel like these aren't just for me, and so I want to get back into sharing these messages, especially because I've been kind of in my shell and I want to come back out of it. To start off, when you go from living in survival mode like every day to then coming out of it and you're free to live your life, I'm like, how do I live my life? And I didn't really have this realization until like just a few minutes ago. I was eating dinner and playing a game on my phone and watching a YouTube video. I'm gonna be very honest with that fact because normally I do not have multiple electronics. Most of the time, I would just sit and just eat dinner, be in the moment. But recently, I've been kind of escaping, I guess. Um, Not fully intentionally, maybe just avoiding loneliness. I don't know. Um, but I've been eating while watching YouTube, and then on top of that, now playing a game on my phone. Um, but I came across this YouTube video, and I will link it down below. And it was talking about being present, and a lot of people aren't aware in what they're doing in this current moment. Their mind kind of wanders. They're in another place and time, right? Thinking about the past or thinking about how they would want to feel, right? And they're not actually in this moment, right here and right now. And I mentioned the fact that, I'm going to, 42%, I forget the exact name, 40 people spend 42% of their lives stuck in just thinking somewhere else and not being present. And I'm like, thinking to myself, I'm like, that's almost half your life that you're missing out on because we're not present. Um, and it got me thinking about my life. And I'm thinking about the fact that basically over half my life now, I have been stuck in survival mode. And then now on the other side of trying to figure out how do I just live life again? And that fact kind of like really shook me right now because so much of my life has been taken away um, because of things that I've gone through and what I was doing to cope through that. And now being on the other side of it, learning to live, I'm still learning how to do that. Um, yeah, I'll do things adventurous, go out, live life, right? And I'm present in those moments, but there's also these quieter moments where I'm in my cocoon and it feels uncomfortable, right? At times, and not all the time, but I was kind of giving a broad view of everything. And right now I'm in the point of my life where I kind of got into that rhythm of, hey, for dinner when I'm alone, I'm gonna watch YouTube and play a game. And not really being present in that moment. And I want to give myself some grace because I'm not 100% like that all the time. I do still read. I also exercise and do like a yoga meditation in the morning. My nighttime routine has gotten a lot better. Whenever I'm doing my getting ready in the morning, I absolutely have no electronic. Well, recently I have been, but on average, I would say like above average, I'm mostly no electronic in the morning. So I do want to give myself some grace in that, but I can still grow and do better. And really, the goal in all this is to live life. And for me, it's breaking out of that system, breaking out of the system of feeling like whatever the system is. I would like to open up real quick um, about some wild dreams I've been having. So I've been dream journaling again for almost like probably over a month straight again. I got back into that routine, and like the past 4 nights now, I have had not necessarily the same dream, but a reoccurring theme of me being chased down or stuck in some kind of cult-like setting. I would like to say I have never had a dream like this in the past. This is completely new. I don't know. My brain is trying to really, like, I believe, like, for me, dreams is where the universe can directly work with you because you're in your subconscious and you're not really in control. conscious mind isn't really overloading itself, I guess. So your subconscious can show you what is hidden underneath the surface, and I think the universe can also help project what it needs to be shown. And the past 4 nights, I've been in these cult-like settings, where maybe like one day it was like my family were all part of this like cult and trying to get me to like do certain things that I don't agree with, and nor would I have seen them ever do things like that. It was really weird. And then the other night, it was very extreme. I won't talk about it, but it was traumatic to say the least. But it was the same thing. It was at a cult-like setting, and I was trying to figure out how to escape and get the other people who were stuck in this cult out of it. And it was like trying to break a pattern. Now that I've like had that dream a couple of times, I'm like, okay, what pattern am I following? Right? If it's like a cult, other people are doing this. What pattern am I following that I need to break out of? I wasn't 100% sure. That was the question I had in my mind and been kind of reflecting. I do have some ideas now, especially after seeing that video, which is breaking out of the system of not being present, experiencing life again, and living, and figuring out what that means for me. And that's why I wanted to share this message too, because maybe someone out there needs to hear that they need to break out of the system. You right there watching this need to break out of the system and figure out what is it that you're doing that's maybe coping, maybe distracting you, trying to escape. How can you be present in this moment? Because you're not going to get this moment back. I'm not going to get this moment back. And when I had that thought, I turned off I haven't even finished the video yet. That's how like inclined I was to like share this message that was on top of my head. I haven't even finished the video. I stopped it so fast. I'm like, let me enjoy my meal. Listen to my body to tell me when it's full, so I'm not overeating or undereating. And then I was doing dishes, and I had to hand wash dishes. And even then I was like, how fascinating is it that I get to wash dishes? And also, it's going to be so nice one day to not have to hand wash my dishes, and I can have a dishwasher, because I've been hand washing dishes for over a year now. But I started laughing even now, but especially when I was watching the dishes to myself, because I had that thought and I was like, that's crazy. I wouldn't have thought of that if I was distracting myself watching a video, because I don't like to wash the dishes. But in life, we're going to go through things we don't like and we don't agree with or whatever. But those experiences help us learn and grow. Washing dishes, trying to look at the positive, I get to use my hands. I get to be interactive in the world. Also, the fact that I have dishes and have a home where I can do those things, you know. But also look on the bright side of like, I don't like this, but one day I won't have to deal with this. And at least I know the skill, but I won't have to deal with this again. Helping me set up standards for the future. But it can also just be being in the moment about something. I remember there was a time in my life where I would be going through, when I was especially really deep in my depression, where I'd have amazing, incredible things happening in my life. But I wasn't really present there because I was thinking about like whatever it was in my mind at the time. Or even like got to the point where I was like, man, like I would always like taint it somehow. And so trying to like break that habit, I guess, because it becomes a habit when you're doing it consistently. And once again, I give myself some grace. I know I was doing those things out of some type of survival, but now that I know better, I can do better. And that's takes a lot of courage, takes a lot of strength, and it's definitely the journey to continue on. I'm actually losing my train of thought right now. I feel like that's kind of the main gist of everything I wanted to say. Um, but it's baby steps, it's day by day. But I don't know, that video, like I said, I didn't even finish watching it, but just that fact alone of hearing that we lose about 42% of our lives to not being present in the moment, I was like, oh, we're changing that right now. I was like, universe, I hear you loud and clear. I'm going to change that right now. And today has been such an amazing day for me. Um, and I really like was talking to spirit, I guess, and like asking because I kind of really like slipped. Like I said, I was kind of in my cocoon, and I kind of like also shielded myself off from the universe, I guess. Not in an intentional way, but as I used to do that all the time. Maybe that can be something I talk about in the future. But for me, like I definitely have had differences with spirituality and religion. I still to this day don't consider myself religious, but I still believe that I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And I that's the whole point of life is to experience it. And I've been really trying to reconnect with the universe of just like, how can I experience this more? And so I think the universe has been like really like trying to wake me up and be like, yo, like you're not present. You're not experiencing it. We're giving you these beautiful opportunities and you're missing it. And I don't want to miss it. So yeah. The rest of the night. Um, we'll see. It's kind of late. I'm actually really tired. I had a nice relaxing day and I don't know. I don't really need to think too far ahead. Right now I'm just gonna think about this video and I'm gonna end this video and yeah. I appreciate you all watching me. And if you're new to watching this and new to my channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to remind myself to get better about asking people to subscribe. I want to get back into sharing messages, sharing parts of my life. And we'll just see. Just going with the flow right now. But yeah, I love you all so much and be sure to stay safe out there, okay?